Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into my channel, Huub Hildenbrand Guitar Academia. Today we will talk again on a topic of Indian classical music, and it's a very important topic. It's about Tala. We have in Indian music these two big areas. It's raga and Tala. Raga is about melody, about notes, and Tala is about rhythm. It's like rhythm and melody, these two groups. Yeah, we don't care too much about harmony, although we have harmony in a way, but it's a different story in Indian music. Okay, Tala. There are actually some let's say unique concepts in Indian music with Tala, with rhythm. The question is, because I'm not teaching you in a way. I'm not teaching you like Indian classical music. So you want to learn Indian classical music, so I teach you. Of course, I can tell you a lot of stuff, but my approach is to take other ideas, other sounds, other like music from different cultures to form my own language and to really work on a more on a broader perspective, you can say. So I'm not so much interested in being a bad Indian classical musician. I want to be as good as possible guitarist I can be, and I take different sounds and different concepts from different kinds of musical cultures, and so I also have to understand, of course, different cultures to some degree. And Tala is actually something what I find is not really such a big big feature in my music. Of course, rhythm, yes, but Tala not really. Although I sometimes I have that knowledge, and in some compositions I sing that way, and I was busy quite a lot actually with that concept, and also try to really play in that style, but I'm thinking a bit differently. But it's a really great concept, and I'm thinking a lot about this concept actually, and I'm right now I'm there what I just told you, but I can really imagine that I will go in the future also maybe more into that concept, that rhythmic approach. So that's why I don't skip it, because what I tell you here in this Guitar Academia is actually really what I am doing, what I think it's really important to know, but of course always in the context of my music. All right, a long talk. So what makes Tala, what makes the whole concept very special is the idea of a rhythmical cycle. You might say, rhythmical cycle, we also have cycles, of one bar, of 4 bars, or like a repeating section which cycle in a way. Like a 4 bar is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and that's a cycle, and that is also could be a cycle used in Indian classical music. This could be also Tala. So what's special about that? There are, of course, other concepts added, which I will tell you later, but one very maybe first it's very subtle, but opens a door to a complete different thinking is that I think in Tala, in this rhythmical cycle, these beats, they're also called matras. So 4 matras, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're in a way of more equal importance. In Western music, we have more smaller measures, smaller bars. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah? Smaller periods, and we really feel them in a very strong rhythmical pattern, like of accents and not so much stressed beats. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's a very small unit which always repeats. Whereas I would say in Indian music it's more like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. For myself, that's actually the main difference between these two rhythmical concepts. And I will go into now these different ways how different concepts in Indian music of Tala, different Tala concepts, and then maybe we also come back to that what I just said again. So in Indian Tala music, you have cycles which go up to 16 beats. That's maximum. Maybe there were also like longer cycles, as you also have like in Turkish classical music, you have much longer cycles, or much longer forms of like 124 cycle or something like that. But actually, when you take these cycles, they are also more. Actually, it's like a chain of smaller cycles, you can say. In Indian music, it's really like what is in common use. 16 beats cycle is really the longest, the most beats. And as I said, beat is matra, and the way you count these beats, that's also really I think it's pure. Maybe not. I don't know. It's a great technique. You can count these beats in your hand. And by the way, check out the PDF because there it's also written again. So you have your hand, and the knuckles are your beats, and also the tip of the finger is your beat. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be a cycle of 16 beats. And in Indian classical music, you can have a very quick cycle. So it can be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But it can be also like 1, 2, 3. So very, very slow. It can be very slow tempo, the cycle. If it's very slow, you mostly add normally like beats in between. So like your 1, 2, 3, 4, da, t, t, da. Yeah, then you add like with the tabla, yeah, the rhythmic, the percussion instrument of classical Indian music, north of the north, and the south you have pakavash. There you when this tala is played in a very, very slow tempo, then you add these little in between beats, sounds. And when you check out the PDF, you also find like a lot of other talas, other cycles. It's like 5 pages of different talas. So if it's really interesting for you, go for that. Okay, so let's. So that is 16 beats, and in Indian classical music, in Tala you put certain number of beats together to one vibhag, like one group. And in the 16-beat Tala, what is the most frequent 16-beat Tala is called Tintal. Yeah? Tintal is one of the cycles which are used most frequently in Indian classical music, has these 16 beats, and it's actually divided into 4 big vibhags, and so you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, so like 4 times 4 larger groupings. I mean, 4 groupings of each has like 4 beats, or matras called in Indian classical music. Now a very important thing also in that music are the clap patterns, because you actually what you do when you have these larger groupings, these vibhags, then you in a way you accent the first beat with a clap, and you have the possibility to clap. That's called tali. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, like 1, 2, and you have different clap patterns, and we're not going too much into that, but the way you can yeah, and you have tali, that means like you clap, but you have also kali. Kali means you just wave with your hand, so it's not stressed. And also when you have the tabla should not play like this boom boom, these lower sounds, this din ta. It's tin ta. It's higher sounds. Yeah, on that kali part where it's like a tintal is clapped like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1. And by the way, 1 is always called shom. S-A-M. Shom. That means that's the start of the cycle. Shom. That's a very important beat. And another way you can also add in your clapping pattern, you can add these different matras also by putting your fingers. You can say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 1. Yeah, that's a possibility also. Okay, so that's the way you count it, and now we come to the Theka. And what I'm telling you here, it's like very, very basic. Yeah? Like that's really like the foundation. It's nothing special. Maybe sounds some bit weird for you sometimes, but if you're not deal with classical music, Indian classical music at all, but it's very basic stuff. It's very common sense. The Theka, what you do, you at every of these 16 beats, you address a certain sound, a certain syllable, and syllable and sound is quite the same thing when it comes to playing the tabla, because when you play the tabla, these 2 drums with your fingers, hands, then you have like different different sounds, like 20, 24, whatever sounds you can make on that instrument. And every sound has a certain syllable, and this syllable really represents the sound you're creating. So like da, din sounds very different than ta, tin. So you produce these sounds differently, and that's and this combination of different syllables for every matra in the Tao, this is called the Theka. And when I come back to this Tinta 16-beat, the normal Tinta 16-beat cycle, then it's da, din, din, da, da, din, din, da, da, tin, tin, ta, ta, din, din, da, da. Da, din, din, da, da, din, din, da, da, tin, tin, ta, ta, din, din, da, da, din, din, da, da, din, din, da, da, tin, tin, ta, ta, din, din, da, da. Yeah? And when I just count the claps, I don't count the wave, then in a way I clap 3 times. And that is also the word tintal means like 3 tal, tin, 3. So it's 3 claps. But it's of course, for us, maybe Westerners, for Western musicians, it's like in a way you can say, what's so special? It's so many names and syllables and explanations. It's just a 4/4 bar, and it's just 4/4 bars, you know. But as I said before, the syncing is very, very different in Indian classical Tala. Much more than in the West, you sing really these matras, these beats, as like one chain, or like a cycle. One chain which starts again at Shom, at the 1. And to not see it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, but more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 1. That's already like a different thing. And as I said, this really opens the door to complete different ways of thinking more like beats in a way. How can you group beats? What can you do? You can, for example, I will come to that later, of course, this concept of T-high. That means 3 times I play something, and the 3rd time, the last beat comes on 1, or where I want to have that. So I can, for example, I can say, oh, okay, I have 16. Yeah, that's just, I give you just an example. Okay, I have 16 beats. What I do now, I play in a double time. I divide every beat into 2 beats. Then I automatically make out of the 16 beats, I make 32 beats to sync. Now I'm syncing T high. That means I can say, okay, 32 beats plus the 1. Just follow me for a short time. Plus the 1 is actually 33 beats, and 33 beats is 3 times 11. So for example, I can do the following. I start with my 1 of 11 there, and I will end here on 11 after I counted 3 times 11. It's what I'm telling you now. It's not really something I wanna teach you here in this lesson. There will be another lesson on that. But I just wanna give you an idea how you think differently actually in Indian Tala system. So you have, and that's also like for Indian musicians, that's a very, very, very simple thing what I'm just doing here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so that's, and of course it's that's just speaking this chain of beats, but when you do that in music, you do you play a phrase which is 11 beats. And then resolves on the 1. Maybe you didn't really quite get this concept here, but you see what I'm just doing. I'm calculating beats. How many beats? And when I divide every beat into 2. Then how many beats I will end up, how many beats one cycle has, and how can I divide them, what can I do with them. So it's much more like you see this chain of beats which your handle. It's a bit, I mean, not it's very, very different than what in the West we think about rhythm. In the West we just much more think about groove. We much more think about yeah, you think much more groove, much more these smaller units, and you repeat them in a way. That's and in Indian classical music you calculate mostly or very often much larger chains of beats, which you handle in all different kinds of ways, which you group in all different kinds of ways, and it's really like it's very quick. You find out that it has a lot to do with calculating, with calculations, with how many times 3 will fit into that number, and this kind of a thing. So it's more it's really a different thing, you know. It's not like for example, if you're like for example, you have a groove like that maybe makes it a bit more clear what I mean. You have maybe a groove like an Arabic, Turkish, or like whatever groove is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, or like, no, let's take another one. Let's take like 2, 4, like 1, 2, 1, and you group that in 16ths. So that's a West, like taka dimi, 1, 2, tak, bam, bam, tak, dum, tak, dum, tak, dum, tak, dum. Yeah, you can think it like that. You can think, oh, that's based on 16ths, and I have this groove, and I have this strong accents on the last beat of the first 4 16ths. But you can also think like, actually, these accents happen when I combine 3, 3, and 2. So instead of just thinking what I just showed you, I think like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Instead of duck, doom, duck, doom, duck. I think this demonstrates quite well what is really the main focus and the main difference between these different cultures here. When you want to go a bit more into detail, maybe, and also see other talas, and then please download my PDF here on this topic, because there you have this explanations again, like written out, and there are some informations which I didn't explain here now, and also you have 5 pages of talas. And just for practical use also, for example, you can go to YouTube, you put in the name of the tala, and then you very frequently you see a lot of performances of great musicians who play this tala, and then you take you can take these sheets out, my PDF, and see, okay, this is Rupak, okay, that's 7 now, that's a 7 tala, and then you try to follow this the music with finding out where's one and all these things, and then you really quickly, very quickly, you find out that the orientation in North Indian classical music, when you have the tabla especially, the orientation is really like for the melody instrument, for the soloist on top of the tabla accompaniment, then the good point of orientation is actually where is a tabla playing the low sound, like the da, din, yeah, these kind of bass sounds. These are the chali sounds, the clapping sounds, da, din, and the other syllables, like the thinner sound, avoiding the bass. The bass is like ta, tin, tete. Yeah, these sounds. This is the kali part, the empty part, the wave part. So like da, and you have da, and then da. That's empty, and then da. Yeah. So to really hear for to really listen for the tabla, and where is the tabla playing the bass, and where is it avoiding this bass, and then you really figure out, oh wow, it really works all the time in this cycle, and that's actually quite cool, because I found out that a lot of people who listen to Indian classical music, they don't know that, and for them it's like like oh yeah. And maybe they try to hear it in a Western way, but you really, in a way, you just much more unlock this music when you really follow the tal, when you really know, okay, that's the one, for example, that's the one of 16 beats, maybe a very slow cycle, and then the one is coming, and and this one is really like one of it's one of the most important beats, of course. But in Indian classical music, you also, what you do normally, like this kind of tension release thing, what you do, you start building up tension. Maybe like in volume, you play louder, you play more and more notes, and then very gracefully you normally you come to the one, to the shom, and resolve all the tension. Yeah, so that's like this like one longer phrase in Indian classical music is maybe more like building up tension and then boom, release it. And when that happens, mostly like also it's kind of a very strong one, also from the tabla player and the melody player, and then suddenly you completely reduce all the strokes. It's more softer. So you build up tension in this tala. You build up tension. You get more, and then you really resolve it gracefully to the one. Ba sa. Yeah, and when you reach this sa together, this kind of resolution, in a way it's a kind of a relief of all this tension, all what was created, and then like in a way you go on with the tala, you go on with the beats, the rhythm is going on, but in a way it's for a short while it's like a kind of a resting place, the shom, the one. Yeah, you do like da din din 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 da. Yeah, and this I mean that's kind of abstract way of how the tension will develop when you just build it up on one cycle. Of course, usually you use more cycles to build up tension, and it's not like it's not a straight line. You know, it's like it can be very very complex in a way, very not linear, one directional, but it's like there's a tension is built up more and more, and then on the shom, it's resolving, and this is like really like this feeling of resolution, yeah, and so that's the idea how these cycles are handled, and that's really like it's different concepts resulting in Indian music, resulting from this, I think, from really this general difference of, in the West it's more groove, more smaller units of time which repeat, and you have a strong emphasis on this dance-like thing, on these grooves, and in Indian classical music it's more the longer form, the longer chain, and okay, I hope it was helpful. You get some new ideas, some new insights. Maybe it opened a door to maybe think different about certain things, or to really go for listening to Indian classical music and following the Theka, the Tala. Let me know. Okay, thanks for watching. That's it. My name is Huub Hildenbrand.